What's going on, guys? No guys here. Welcome back to another video. Now, in today's video we have a meta 50k squad builder. So I'm going to go through a squad builder that will cost 50k only, and of course it's going to contain all meta players you can play. Of course the 4-2-3-1, 4-4-2, or the 4-3-3, or any of the three various formations. I'll show you that in a second. So we've gone with a team, and this is quite rare because after team of the year, a lot of the prices have dropped, so it's easier to get a team for 50k without compromising on certain positions. The first person that has to undoubtedly go in is definitely Dembele. 5-star, 5-star, high, medium, everything that you want. Even top tier players still use him as a cheap winger right now. Good sprint speed, decent shooting, not the best, but for a winger he's very, very good. Good agility and balance. You either put a finisher on him, or you can put a hunt if you do play him on a wing. An exceptional card. I've had him for over about 300 games, I would say. I packed one, sold him, and then obviously I got the untradeable version, so I kept him instead. A top tier card now, and still gets used on the wing. Now, obviously we all know the link to that is going to be Ben Yedder. Now, Ben Yedder is definitely the best striker in this game if you're talking about just purely strikers under the price of 5k. In fact, I think if you compare, let's say, most strikers in a game, anyone below the 100k mark, Ben Yedder is still going to be around that. I think for 100k, I don't think you can get it better than Ben Yedder. Maybe you can get someone like Son, but I prefer Ben Yedder because he's got a 5-star weak foot, deadly midfield as a cam or even as a striker. Very good agility and balance, high, 5-star weak foot, really good agility and balance, and naturally top tier finishing. You put a hunter on him and he's definitely an exceptional card. Now, someone like Rashford, although I love Rashford, trust me, I want to put Rashford in his team right now and say, you know what, he's in the team. He still costs 40k. We can't put Rashford in, but we have another player that we can put instead of Rashford, and that is Lucas Moura. So Lucas Moura is a top tier card. I prefer him over Rashford as a winger. The reason why I prefer him as a winger over Rashford is very simply because he has 3 key stats, which are for me the most important. Number 1, agility and balance. Those together are extremely important when you are going forward and when you're dribbling, because especially in bad gameplay, the ability to maneuver quickly on the ball or move quickly down the wing and dribble past sprint is very important. But number 2 is sprint speed. It's hard to find naturally a winger on a full chemistry position that's very, very fast, very, very rapid, and get from A to B very, very quickly. And that's why he's gone in. Still one of the best wingers, or even playing him in the cam and playing in Ben Yedder and striker, he's a top tier card. Now, going with the CDM, listen, Sissoko has to go in. I don't think there's any doubt about it. Probably one of the best CDM cards you can buy for the price. Basically, in the Premier League, if you can't afford Kante, you get Sissoko. That's kind of simple as that. If you can't afford Kante, the second best option is Sissoko. One of the players that, even though he hasn't got the best agility and balance, he definitely plays better than what his stats really show visually. You know, he might be thinking he's not that of a good player, but if you use Sissoko, you know what I'm talking about. With the Shadow is one of the top tier cards in the game. Amazing physicality, good stamina, strength, and aggression to dominate midfield, good stand tackling and deceptions, good short passing and decent dribbling, so he's not so clunky on the ball. But more importantly, above all, look at that sprint speed, 84 sprint speed. Can you get another CDM at that kind of sprint speed? I think not, and I think perfectly gives, of course, the link from Dembele to Lucas Moura very, very well. Now, alongside someone like Sissoko, you ideally want someone who's a bit more diverse. Now, we've got Ronaldo. Now, Ronaldo, don't get me wrong, if you want, you can go with a cheaper player here. Ronaldo costs 15k. You can argue a fourth of the entire team's value. But I think someone next to Sissoko is more defensive minded. That can do everything. That can go forward. That's got good agility and balance. Can distribute the ball forward. Good passing. You put a shadow on him, or even a hunter. He's a top tier card to play in a 2 CDM, like for example Sissoko defensive and Ronaldo more attacking going forward CDM that can distribute the ball and hold the ball very well. And then that puts us in very easily to get the best winger in the game, in my opinion. That is Quincy Promes. Now, I said to myself, if I make a 50k team, or a 15k team was pushing it, but if I'm making a 15k team, I need Dembele, Ben Yedder, Lucas Promes in the team. This is the only way to have the 4 best players under the price of 40k in your team. This is the only way I think you can do it viably with getting the chemistry links. Sissoko gets full chemistry, and I'll show you how everyone gets full chemistry in a second. So, first of all, Kamara has to go in left back because obviously your budget. If you can afford, of course, this version, then go ahead and do so. I actually have this version. He's exceptionally good for the price of 10k. He's an absolute steal. But unfortunately, we can't. So we have to just go ahead with the gold Kamara. 700 coins, clutch on the grass. I don't think you need to say anything else. Put a shadow on him, get his sprint speed up, because most importantly, most wingers are now have pace, especially team of the year wingers. You just need pace on the left back and right back. Decent stand tackling and slide tackling, good agility and balance. Put a shadow on him, and he's a top tier card. For the right back, it obviously goes to one player, and I think we all know who that is, and that is of course Semedo. There is no doubt he's not going in my team. I mean, he's the best card that I've used in centre back. Now, I get on to this. For those of you who haven't watched my videos, won't understand. But when I got elite with a 15k team, this guy carried me for 2 years with 15k teams. Such a good card. Costs like 2-3k now. I bought him for 30k. Best right back in the game, without a shadow of a doubt. Going over to the two middle players, now we've gone with two. We've gone with Wan-Bissaka now. He will be my other centre back. Now, in case you're new here thinking, what on earth is this guy talking about? He's playing a right back and centre back. Oh my god, he's breaking. No, on a serious level though. If you're new here, in case you don't know, chemistry only affects the boost of players. So if you play someone on 7 chemistry, they're still going to retain their base stats. Wan-Bissaka has got top tier sprint speed, top tier agility and balance, and top tier stand tackling. For a centre back card, he is god tier. Not using him is like going to Nando's and just getting chips. If you use someone like Gomez instead of Wan-Bissaka, then good luck to you. Use Wan-Bissaka, your life will change. Thank me after that. For the goalkeepers, I would love to go with De Gea, because I think personally De Gea is an underrated goalkeeper. If you have the money and you want to push the budget a bit further, I would say go with De Gea. He's been the best goalkeeper that I've used, 182 games. I've really liked him. But just in an element of keeping this team very, very cheap, you can go with Pope. Now, Pope is a decent card. He's not as amazing as everyone else makes it out to be. He's still a very good card, but he's not like mega top tier. But in my opinion, I think he still gets the job done very, very well. Probably one of the top 5 or top 10 maybe centre backs. I mean, goalkeepers in the game. And for the left back, we've gone with Patrick Van Aanholt. Now, the reason why I choose Van Aanholt was not a deliberate, well, it was kind of a deliberate choice. We need to get PROMES on 8 chemistry, which I'll show you in a second. So the only way to do that was to give a link, and the only way to get Ben Yedder on 10 chemistry was to play the 4-3-3. So how does this all look in game? Will look something like this. So as you can see over here, this is the team. As you can see, with 100 chemistry, the team is 100 chemistry. It's just gone a bit over now because obviously daytime, obviously price has gone back up again, but it should be under 50k when you watch the video. It should be under. Everyone is on 10 chemistry, par 4 players. PROMES, 3 players, sorry. PROMES, Van Aanholt and Wan-Bissaka. Now, just in case you're new here, as I said, look at these stats, just to show you something. You put, for example, an anchor on Wan-Bissaka. Now, name me one centre-back in the Premier League that's got better stats than Wan-Bissaka. And don't even try telling me there's someone out there under the price of 7k, because there's not. I think he's gone up a little bit. Yeah, he was down at 3k, must have gone up again. But yeah, top tier card. Van Aanholt will be on 5 chemistry with a Premier League manager, but won't be the end of the world. And PROMES, of course, will get 8 because, of course, we've got the Netherlands manager. So how does it look like in game? So in game, if you're going to be playing a 4-2-3-1, which is the formation of choice, in my opinion, it depends how you want to line it up. I would do something like this, something along these lines. So obviously, I would put Semedo in centre back. Now you might be thinking this guy's weak as hell. This is one of the best centre backs, top 3 centre backs in a game, in my opinion. Maybe after team of the year, maybe we'll be top 5. But trust me, if you know me and you see me, he's that good. I've actually reduced my reduced my meta team of like 400k players, and I put Semedo and Quadrado in centre back. That's how good they are. You put Van Aanholt as a right wing for the sole purposes he has a 4-star weak foot. So I do know he is, of course. He does have not the best of weak foots. But Kamara, of course, is left-footed naturally, and he's got a 3-star weak foot. There's only obvious put Van Aanholt there. That's where I'll line up in a 4-2-3-1. You can, of course, switch any of these guys around. That's the benefit. You can switch around the attack. You want a 5-star attack and a 5-star in cam. You can do that very well. But I would say Ben Yedder always goes cam or striker, and you can do something like that. But I would do definitely something like this because PROMES got a bit better passing than the rest of these two. If you're going to be playing the 4-4-2, which in my opinion is the formation of choice, Dembele and Ben Yedder goes up front. Of course, Ronaldo and Sissoko in CDMs, and PROMES and Lucas as left mids and right mids. In the 4-3-3, the way I would do this personally is I would remove one of these guys. Now, I personally like putting Lucas as a left centre mid. Trust me, when you use him there, he'll be one of the most best. He's kind of like, think of him like a cheap Kante without the defending. That's what you kind of look at him. Possessions, he can recover, he can go forward very quickly. Now, that's the only thing. If you're playing a 3-5-2, you've got to be extremely careful, because in a 3-5-2, stamina is the biggest issue. So the only way you can do this is, now I've looked at 2 cards here. Bananho obviously hasn't got the best stamina, right? And then you're left with Kamara. Now, Kamara hasn't got the best stamina either, but it's 84. So what you can probably do is, if you do something like this in game, and then you sub off, for example, Kamara, like in the later ones in the game, some cheap players I have on the bench that you could potentially buy over here. One guy that I'll say and I'll suggest to you, if you're looking at someone that's real budget, Akiampong, I think that's how you spell his name, if I can spell it correctly. Hang on, Akiampong. Honestly, one of the most GOAT left mids and right mids that you can use as a super sub. Get him. Thank me later. Honestly, a perfect left mid and right mid in that 3-5 system. So you can play a 3-5-2 with this formation. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching. If you do enjoy more squad builders like this, don't forget to subscribe to my channel to see more meta squad builders like this. I hope you enjoyed this video. And don't forget, I do stream on twitch.tv/NIL, guys. And of course, I do have a Patreon. Link is down below in the description. Thanks for watching, boys. Take it easy, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out.